Good day, everybody. Today we're going to do lesson plan 15, grade 4, term 2, and our topic is to add length. Here you got your link to the caps, and then what we have here is you have your resources that you need to plan and prepare for, some interesting facts, and then your dictionary is a centimeter is about, a meter is about. So I want you to pause here and read this to you so you can support your child or your learners at school. So let's then go to our mental maths activity. Let me just quickly remove the answers. So what you're going to do is you're going to do these 10 questions with the learners. You might need to give them a hand so they can understand again. If I've got 8 times 40, then pause, do the questions, come back. I will reveal the answers and you can mark it. Well done. So let's go then today's lesson. So we're going to add length and fractions. So what you might need to do is you can use your fraction wall chart to revise it. And what we're going to do is we're going to do the activities through word problems. So this is the focus here is on problem solving. So just to look here at this is a whole, and what is a half then on the fraction board, and what means a quarter. So two halves will make a whole, and 4 quarters will make a whole. So you can pause here and you can ask a few questions around this. Okay, let's then look at the examples for today, the concept development. So what we're going to do is we're going to give the learners a word problem. So I bought 2,300 millimeter string and then 1,200 more. How much string did I buy? So firstly, what we're going to do is with the word problems, we identify our numbers. What did I do? I bought. And then how do I determine the basic operation? Your plus, minus, times, or divide. So how much string did I buy? I can see I want a total, so I need to add. So what we're going to do is we're going to add it. So we break up and we say 2,000 millimeter plus 1,000 millimeters coming from there. And there we got our 300 and our 200s. Exactly like we did with expanded notation where we add the thousands and then the hundreds. So what we're going to do is say 2,000 plus 1,000 is 3,000 millimeters plus 300 plus 200 gives us 500 millimeters. So it's 3,500 millimeters. So if I want to write it as meters and millimeters, I'm going to write it as 3 meters because that's 3,000 and millimeters is 500 millimeters. But I also know that 500 millimeters, it's half of a meter. I want you to pause here and do this activity. Also give the learner or the child more examples like this. Make sure that the 300 and the 200 always ends on 500 millimeters, like 100 plus 400. We can turn it around and say 200 plus 300, or we can say 250 plus 250. So they can come to this point, but then they also convert it and write it as a fraction. Then example number 2 is I bought 6 meters of ribbon. I used 3.5. How much ribbon do I have left? So first identify the numbers. How much I have left, it tells me that I need to subtract. And what I did here in this example is I drew a number line that represent meters. So what I have is I have 6 meters here. I filled in or I made markings where the halves will be. So I count backwards 3 and then a half. So what do I have left? I have 2.5. Remember again with length at this stage to help the learners to understand we need to make it practically or use representative resources. again is, if you use a number line, draw it with your child or with the learners, and as you go, explain or ask them questions. So I want you to pause at example number 2 and do it. Then your worksheets, you have then problems to solve. Again is, make use of practical things like rulers, meter sticks, or draw your own number lines. Then we're going to come to the problem solving. And then for the remediation, what we have is we have some example for those learners that struggle a bit. Go through it, support them, help them, make use of your fraction wall chart as well to understand different fractions when we talk about half of 1,000. 2/4 or 3/4, so they can understand that. This part you can also revise with the whole class. Then we're going to come to the consolidation. If you ticked yeses, you can carry on with the next activity or the next section. If you got some no's, you need to revise, revisit activities and questions, or contact us at SA Teacher.